So today, as you know that the first lesson, heredity and evolution, we have completed with the first part of the lesson, that is heredity. Okay. So today we will be continuing with the second part of the lesson, that is evolution. Okay. In this lesson, we have something called evolution as well. Very interesting topic. And from now, there will be more of theoretical topics, a lot of concepts, explanations, okay, interesting examples. So everyone has to pay attention properly and understand. At any point of time, any queries, you can always ask. Okay. But before we go on to evolution, okay, based on the heredity part that we have completed last time, that is the first part of the lesson, there will be some questions on the screen as a part of revision. Ready to answer, everyone? Okay, just oral questions. Yes, as a part of practice. So you'll understand how much you have understood, right? Okay, so totally there are 12 questions and there are 6 of you. So 2 questions per student. Okay, so I'll be calling out the name of the student. That person will answer that particular question. Okay, ready? Yes, so I hope everybody has revised it well. All the questions are MCQ, multiple choice. Okay, the question with the options will be there on the screen. You can read, you can take a look at the options, think and tell the answer. Okay, take it as a part of revision. It will be fun. I do it for every batch, every okay. So it will make you understand the progress that you have to do, correct? So first question, we will begin with, okay, the one who joined the latest, Shivganga. Welcome.
Yes, sir.
Okay, first question to you. Okay, you have to read out the question and tell the answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
If a DNA molecule has 68 cytosines, then the number of guanine bases.
How do you pronounce that word? Guanine?
Guanine.
Guanine, correct. Okay. So you read the question, tell the answer. Deepali is smiling. She understood. Yes, Shivganga. The 4 options are there in the bracket.
688.
Repeat again.
688.
688. Others, do you think it is correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
688 cytosine. So guanine will also be 688 because there is complementary base pairing. Right? Correct. Good. Shivganga, will come back to you again in another question. Okay. Next question, Harsha.
Yes.
Harsha, that's your question. Read and tell the answer.
In DNA, the A stands for
Hmm.
adenine.
In DNA means in the full form of DNA.
Acid.
Everyone, is it correct?
Yes.
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 Acid is correct. Harsha, tell the full form of the DNA.
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
Very good. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Correct. Okay. Okay. Next. Now, Sundar. Okay. Next question for you. Well, Shiv Ganga, Ishita, your videos are not on.
In mRNA, the M stands for messenger.
Yes. Everyone correct? Agreed with it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Very good. Easy one. Okay. Next, Abhirami. That's your question. Read the question.
tRNA is responsible for carrying proteins during translation.
Everyone, is it correct? Does the tRNA carry proteins? What do you say? Ishika, Harsha, videos on. Abhirami answered it as proteins. Is it correct?
No.
What's the correct answer?
Amino acid.
It is amino acids. Okay, tRNA carries what? Amino acids. Every single tRNA carries one amino acid, and then they are joined to form the proteins. They do not carry the protein itself. Got it, Abhirami? Okay. Yes. Next question now. Deepali. Ready?
Yes.
That's your question.
T.
Read the question fully.
Dash is absent in an RNA molecule.
Answer is
T.
T. Correct. T stands for
Thymine.
thymine. Thymine. Correct. Okay. Next, now Ishika will answer. Ishika, ready? Yes. Question read kar. The 4 options are there. Tell the correct answer.
Several consonants of genus.
Ishika, read the question once again.
Consonants of genus.
See, it is not consonants. You need to read the word carefully. It is dash consists of genes. Repeat now.
Dash contains for genes.
Now what's the answer?
Cell wall.
Is it the cell wall, everyone?
No.
No.
Can it be the cell wall, Ishika? Question में पूछा गया है, where are genes present? Can the genes be present on the cell wall? Of course not. The correct answer is
DNA.
DNA.
the DNA. DNA में genes होता है ना? Got it? Ishika, please learn
Yes, sir.
properly. Okay, understand the concept. Otherwise, exam में आंसर लिखने में बहुत दिक्कत हो जाएगा. Answer properly.
Sir,
Think.
my health is not better. Means मेरा health ठीक नहीं है ना, तो मैं fast में दे दिया. Sorry sir.
Okay. See, आज health ठीक नहीं है, but what I am telling is in general. Okay. At least I heard you reading the question. तो वैसा नहीं होना चाहिए. ठीक है? Practice करना because it's important even after 10th standard. 10वीं के बाद भी पढ़ाई करना है ना? Right? तो थोड़ा सीख लेना. ठीक है? Okay. So 6 of you answered one question each. Now the second round. Okay. So back to Shivganga. Okay, Shivganga. That's your question. Challenging ones Shivganga पे मिल रहा है. Read the question, Shivganga.
If the codon on an mRNA is ACU, then the corresponding anticodon on tRNA would be dash.
What is the dash?
ACU.
Do you mean to say the codon on the mRNA and anticodon on the tRNA will have the same sequence? Everyone, do you agree with her answer?
No.
No.
One more attempt. बताओ क्या आंसर हो सकता है? You are not seen, Shiv Ganga. Video on कर दो. Tell the answer.
UGA.
Is it UGA now, everyone?
Yes.
It is the right
Yes.
answer. But I think you should know how you have got the answer UGA. Got it? Codon on the mRNA, anticodon on the tRNA are complementary. So it is ACU. So anticodon will be complementary to A is U, C is G, U is A. That's why it is UGA. Got it? So when you keep practicing and solving such questions, it will be clear now. Right, everyone?
Okay, sir.
Yes. Next, Harsha. That's your question.
If a protein has 45 amino acids, then the number of peptide bonds in the protein would be
Yes. What's the answer?
44.
Repeat again. I didn't hear you.
44.
Okay. Everyone agrees with it? Is it 44? The answer is correct, Harsha. It is 44. Okay. Because between two amino acids, there is one peptide bond. Okay. So that is why the number of peptide bonds would be one less than the number of amino acids. That's how you have to understand. Okay. Good. Okay. Abhirami, next. That's a question. The directions of that means 5' to 3' or 3' to 5'. That direction we are talking about. Yes, Abhirami.
The directions of dash and dash strands are the same.
What do you think is the answer? Which are the two of the strands whose directions remain the same? Don't know. Do you recollect something called sense and antisense? You don't know the answer? Anyone else?
Sir, can I?
Yes, Deepali.
The direction of sense and mRNA strength are the same.
Sense strand and mRNA strand. That's right. Okay, because it is the antisense that takes part in formation of mRNA. So antisense and mRNA are complementary. That means opposite. Okay, but sense and mRNA are the same. Getting it? So this you have to remember. Okay. Now Sundar. Next question.
tRNA is found in the
Hmm.
cytoplasm.
Okay.
Sorry,
Everyone-
ribosomes.
Okay.
Ribosomes.
First you said cytoplasm. Now you're telling ribosomes. Everyone, what do you think is the right answer?
Ribosomes.
Sundar, I'm sorry to say, cytoplasm was the correct answer.
Cytoplasm.
Yes. Okay. tRNA is found in the cytoplasm, but their function is in the ribosomes. Got it? Answer is cytoplasm. Okay. Okay. Now only Ishika is remaining. Ishika, last question. Good. Easy one.
The processing of pro- formation of mRNA from DNA is called
Hmm.
transcription.
Very good. It is transcription. All of you agree with it?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
It is transcription. Okay. Very good. That's how you should remember. Okay. Okay. So as and when some topics will get over, I will put up such questions in the screen like this, so that it will be a good revision for everyone. Right? It's fun to answer such questions na, in between. Right? Revision ho jata hai. Correct? So I will do that once whenever it is possible. Okay. So now let us continue with our next part of the lesson. Okay. Okay. Now the first part that we did was heredity. Okay, the second part of the lesson is dealing with evolution. Okay, all of you pay attention to the concepts. Okay, we'll give as many interesting examples as possible. All of you must have seen, and please remain on the screen, everyone. Okay, keep your videos on. Now you don't need to solve anything. Okay, you just need to come out with some interesting discussions. Okay, even you all can give some examples if you have noticed plants and animals around you, right? Or you may have read somewhere, right? It is possible. So you can always ask and you can discuss. Okay, because such kind of topics is more effective when you keep it like an interaction. Correct? Otherwise यहाँ पे एक विष्णु बाबा बैठे हैं, प्रवचन दे रहे हैं, सारे भक्त लोग यहाँ पे सुन रहे हैं, right? So that sometimes gets too boring also, right? Yes, Shiv Ganga is enjoying the pravachan. Very good. Okay, so the topic is evolution. Okay, now, okay, before coming to the science part of it, this is actually an English word called evolution, right? So the word evolution has come from another word. Okay, जैसे अगर evolution को noun बोलते हैं तो what is the verb form of this? Verb form of evolution. It is
Evolve.
evolve. Correct. Okay, so what is the literal meaning of the word evolve? When I say that I have evolved, what do you mean? Simple words.
Rotate.
Or revolve.
Rotation.
No, that is revolving. We are talking about evolving. R hata do.
Transfer of characteristics from one generation to another with development.
That's a good point. That when we are talking about, see, a lesson jo hai, according to the syllabus, it is combined with heredity. That means it will have something to do with inheritance. Correct? Heredity and evolution. They are not two different lessons in your book. They are same lesson. One part heredity we have done. Now second part is evolution. So when they are together kept in one lesson, that means there is something related to heredity, and what Sundar said is correct. Okay, whenever there are transfer of characters, okay, from one generation to another, but with some development. To begin with, that's a good point. Okay, so in the previous part of this lesson, we have seen that every gene codes for a particular character, okay, and each character is then again passed on to the next generation as well. All of you have received some characters from both your parents, right? We resemble our parents, in every aspect. Like some of us look very similar to our parents, right? Some of us might resemble more like one parent, less like the other parent. Sometimes it might happen that you resemble more like your grandparents, okay, less like your parents. So there is something which is being transferred from one generation to another. But the important point is, it is not just transferring of characters. Along with transferring of characters, when one generation changes to another generation, it's a matter of a few years. Correct? If it is a small organism, then maybe a few months. So over a period of time, okay, the environment will change. The environment in which an organism lives will change, because environment does not remain constant. Okay, the environment does not remain constant every time. तो अगर अपने आसपास के environment बदलते हैं, so can an organism change one's environment? If it is too hot outside, hot and humid, and you're feeling very uncomfortable, can you change the weather outside?
No.
No.
We cannot change the weather. That's our environment and we have to live. But we can do something in order to survive better in that weather. So if it is hot and humid, how do you adapt yourself? What do you do in such an environment?
We wear light color clothes, and
Correct.
we will use some facilities like AC or fans.
Correct. So what we do is, like, because the weather is hot and humid and we are feeling uncomfortable, so we prefer to wear thin cotton clothes, light colored clothes, right? Something which keeps you comfortable. Okay, you don't wear a raincoat and sit inside the house, right? Just because it is raining outside. So you know very well when and where to adapt, right? And as you said, like sometimes we can put on the ceiling fan, okay, or you can turn on the AC, so you feel comfortable. Similarly, if it is another extreme, if you are in a place which is very cold, it is snowing maybe, okay, so that time will you turn on the AC and put on the fan? Of course.
No.
No.
And can you wear thin light colored clothes over there? You know what will happen.
No.
No.
Right? So the main point over here is adding to what Sundar has said, transferring of characters from one generation to another, but along with the point that every organism has to adapt. Okay, this word called adaptation, everybody must have heard, right? And every organism adapts. This is not applicable only for human beings or something. This is for every organism, right? Another simple example which all of you must have seen, that you keep a potted plant on a window. Chota sa koi plant, you keep it on the window. So when the plant is growing, what do you notice? What do you notice when the plant is growing? A small plant kept on the window, when it is growing, what do you see? Do you see anything like bending of the stem on one direction?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? You see that the stem slightly grows and it bends. All of them are bending towards outside. Correct? You turn the pot, let the bending come inside, and see again after a few days. What do you think will happen?
It will again bend towards outside.
Outside. Now tell me the reason why this happens.
Because of the
Because they need sunlight, so they um, turn towards the sunlight where they get the sunlight.
Okay, Shiv Ganga, you have anything else to say?
No, sir.
Same? Yes, the point is correct that whenever the plant stem bends towards the outside, the main reason is availability of sunlight. All of you must have seen sunflowers. If you have
Yes.
go to your
Yes.
native place or somewhere, agricultural field दिखता है, full of sunflowers. Don't you think they all look so beautiful together? Especially if you go during the daytime, you notice one thing. All sunflowers are standing like an army of soldiers. Savdhan. All of them facing in one direction. If you observe them from morning to evening, you will see that they are all changing their directions. So that means what? They are sensitive to the environment, to the light. Correct? Even in the case of animals. Anybody is having a pet animal at home? Especially a pet dog? No one? Okay, but if you must have heard from your friends or neighbors, if anybody is having, you must have seen ki the, especially in case of pet dogs, they become a part of the family, even if it is an animal, right? Whenever any family members returns home in the evening, you see a change in their behavior. It's like a small child. कि शाम को पापा घर पे आए तो बच्चे खुश होते हैं. So how do the dogs express their happiness? Dogs, how do they express their happiness? Have you noticed? They will start wagging their tails. Okay, they cannot smile like us, right? They cannot speak like us. So they start wagging their tail and they will bark. But their barking doesn't mean that they are angry or something. Okay, at home, suppose at night if a thief tries to enter the house, then their barking will be different because it knows that the thief is doing a wrong thing. He is an intruder. He needs to be driven away. Right? So this is nothing but adaptation. It has learned from the environment. Okay, you must have seen interesting videos on Discovery and Animal Planet. Okay, simplest example, a tiger or a leopard running after a deer. Have you noticed? Did you observe the behavioral patterns in such cases? Suppose there is a tiger hiding somewhere and there is a deer nicely eating grass. As soon as the deer realizes कि यहाँ पे tiger आ रहा है, देख रहा है मुझे, what does the deer do?
Starts running.
It will start
Running,
running, correct. But will it start running towards the tiger?
No.
No.
Of course
no.
not. गलती से ऐसा होता है कभी कि भागना शुरू किया फिर रियलाइज हुआ नहीं आई एम गोइंग टुवर्ड्स द टाइगर ओनली नहीं right, it will immediately start running away from the tiger. Correct. So that's an adaptation. So nobody is teaching this to the deer. If this is a carnivorous animal, I should be careful from it. Is there anyone, is a deer attending any coaching classes for that? कि कौन से एनिमल से बचना है, कौन से एनिमल से दोस्ती करना है? Of course not. Right? You see a deer and a buffalo are grazing together because they know that they both are not going to cause any harm to each other. A tiger and a leopard can remain nearby. Okay, but an animal like a deer or a giraffe has to run away. Right? As you can see something on the screen right now, there are fishes in the water. So many of them. Okay, as you can see here, all the fishes over here are of the same type. That's why they are remaining together in a group. Correct. So suppose if there is a big fish coming from somewhere, like a shark or something, what will these fishes do?
They will swim away from that shark or big fish.
Correct. They will swim away. They are not going to welcome the shark. Yes or no? Because it is an adaptation. They know that it is a danger. So the simplest point that we are highlighting here is that every species, including plants, they know that how they need to protect themselves from any kind of danger. And nobody teaches them this. Nobody is teaching them. it is inside them right from the birth, because this thing is in their genes. Getting it? It is in their DNA. Whenever a deer gives birth to a deer, along with the genes that are given, it is this thought which is also given that you are a herbivore, you can always be eaten by a carnivore, so you need to protect yourself. Whenever a tiger is giving birth to a tiger, it is passed on along with the DNA that you are born to be a carnivore. It is your right to catch a deer and eat it. You cannot go with the deer and say, okay, today I will eat grass. Getting it? Okay, so these are the things which is like these examples will tell you, which is something we observe everywhere around you. Yes or no? Right? You must have seen sometimes very interesting and a beautiful phenomenon. Some small birds, like in cities, normally we get sparrows and pigeons, right? So you must have seen them building a nest. कभी कभी घर के अंदर गैलरी में वरांडा में बना देते. Have you noticed them building a nest? A sparrow, such a tiny bird, when it comes to your grill, window grill or somewhere, and it tries to build a nest, have you ever tried noticing it? There's so many such beautiful things which you can just observe around you. It is there right around you. Just observation is needed. A bird like a sparrow, everybody knows what a sparrow is. Such a tiny bird. When it is on the ground, it cannot even walk. It has to hop. Kudak kudak ke jata hai. Right? So when it just hops with such a tiny pair of legs, it knows the correct time when it has to build a nest. And why does it build a nest? Because it knows that the time has come for it to lay the eggs. And for the eggs, it requires a place. Otherwise, the birds don't need a nest. So how does it build a nest? A small cozy one. Usko 2 BHK apartment nahi chahiye. Like us. Right? It just needs a small cozy nest. So it will search around everywhere. Dry pieces of grass, any rags or straw pieces or whatever it will get. One piece it will go and bring in the mouth, it will build. Imagine the efforts that are put. And what is the end result? Such a nice, wonderful cozy nest. Then there will be a 2 or 3 eggs which are laid. And you see how the parental care is observed. How the mother birds, they take care of the eggs. If there is a cat or any such animal coming trying to steal away the eggs, imagine how it drives away. Right? So nobody is teaching them this. It is within them. That is another adaptation, because it knows that the egg is the one which is containing the young one. At one point of time, the egg will hatch, its babies will be born, the babies will grow, and then they will be out on their own. Till that time, it has to take care. So who is teaching the sparrows or these birds that I should take care of my young ones? Nobody is teaching them. Correct? It is in their DNA. But the scientific point behind this is that this parental care and all that we've seen, okay, we take it in an emotional way. Getting it? A mother deer is trying to protect its young one. A tiger is teaching its young one how to catch a deer, right? But scientifically, what is the point? It is the fact that the species is trying to protect its own individuals so that any species doesn't become extinct. What will happen if the sparrows will allow the cat to come and take its eggs away? Sparrow will invite a cat. आ जाओ मेरे घर पे, आ 3 अंडे. Is it possible? Of course not. Correct? Otherwise, what will happen? Any species will just become extinct. So it is an underlying principle that stay away from danger. Even we human beings do that. If you are walking on the road, okay, Shiv Ganga, you tell me. If you are walking on the road and if a dog starts following you and running behind you, what will you do?
I will try to run away from him.
You will try to run or you will run?
I will run.
Yes, of course. So will you sit and think? You will do some calculation whether I should run or not? No, right? You will of
No.
course run. It will come automatically. As soon as the dog will bark once loudly, your legs will start. And of course, you will run away from the dog. Yes or no? Right? Okay. Harsha, you tell me. Suppose if you are walking in a forest-like area and you see a snake in front of you, what will you do?
I will run.
Now that's a mistake. In case of a dog, you can run. Okay, but in case of a snake, if you run, it will surely catch you. As far as a snake is concerned, it is advised by the experts that you must stand still, not run. Okay, because a snake cannot see properly, but it can feel the body heat very nicely. So if you just stand still, there is a high chance that it won't attack. Got it? So according to the situation, the adaptation will change. Getting it? So these are the points or some examples which are telling you two main points that we can conclude for now. One thing, every species knows that it has to remain away from danger. So it is trying in every possible way to protect itself in the nature. And that is what is leading to a lot of adaptations. Correct? Like an animal like porcupine. Everybody knows that? Porcupine. It has got those sharp quills on its back. Okay, we have another lesson called classification of animals. We'll show a lot of examples there. Porcupine is an animal जिसके शरीर पे बहुत सारे sharp spines हैं. If any predator tries to come near it, वो उसको puncture कर देगा. Animal is protected. We don't have any such thing. All right? Plants में भी होते हैं. There are many plants which can cause irritation. खुजली वाले plants बोलते हैं. If an animal tries to come and eat it, it will start scratching itself. Plant is protected because of plant cannot run like an animal. So that is adaptation. Getting it? Okay. So adaptation is the main point behind evolutionary process. Okay. So we'll see the principles and other points related to evolution. Just quickly disconnect and join back again. This time is getting up. Okay.